G'day, it's Heath here from pickinglessons.com. This is a great tune on the banjo, the new rig chip. We're in the key of A minor, but we're in a dorian mode, so that's relative to the key of G. Our tuning on the banjo, we're interesting because we're focusing on that A minor. We've actually got our fifth string out at A, but the rest of the strings are standard, D, G, B, and D. In a moment, we're going to take a look at part A of the tune here in this video. There are three parts. We'll look at part A here, but pickinglessons.com, you'll grab yourself a copy of the chart we're working through, and in the member section there, we'll break down the remainder of the parts, part B and C, and you'll have a play along track there and a backing track as well. So pickinglessons.com. Okay, so let's start out here in this video with a slow playthrough of part A, and then we'll have a chat about the techniques we're using and we'll break down that section. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, part A of the tune. Remember our tuning, high A, so that's altered, not a G, it's high A, but then standard D, G, B, and D. High A, D, G, B, and D. Get yourself in that tuning first. Now, we are in a melodic section here to begin with in part A. Part B is more single string. Part C is back to melodic. So melodic technique here to kick us off. We're starting out with this chord shape we're going to work around. So we've got this triad here, and we're holding the second finger first and third finger there, and we're going to work around that particular chord while we play our melody. Up to sort of halfway through that second measure there. So let's have a look at the right hand. Once that left hand's in place, don't have to do anything. That's really straightforward to begin with. Right hand, just watch those fingers that are in the music. So thumb and index, thumb. Thumb and middle, thumb, index, thumb and index. So there's a nice sort of back and forth there. It's actually pretty straightforward. As we move into measure 2, we kick it off in the same way. This is where it gets challenging. Left hand. Final 2 beats of measure 2, 3 and 4, and we have this big left hand stretch. 5th fret, 9th fret, 7th fret. Use your little finger, use your second finger, really stretch those fingers out. If you went to third finger, that would probably be okay. You just have to move your hand to accommodate that a little bit more, but I certainly use my little finger. So beats 3 and 4 in measure 2. You don't have to hold a chord there, we're not trying to aim to play a chord, but just move through those notes with a nice open hand position. And then we do form this chord here kind of at the end leading into measure 3. You don't really have to, but it's kind of nice if you do. So as we run through from the beginning, we get this nice cruisy starting chord, left hand position, then transitioning across here to this position with a melody moving in that way. Measure 3, once we're there, pretty straightforward. Hold that note. And if you've already got that finger in place from that little run across, that makes it really straightforward. Measure 4. 2 pickup notes. Same as the beginning of the tune. So we have 4 bars, you may notice, before we hit the repeat. These 4 bars will give us, as a repeat, 8 measures altogether. Each section is at 8 measures with the 4-bar repeat. Second ending, though, is different, leading us on to the next section. So this is our first ending. This is what we want to play for the first 4 bars. We go back and play again, and we'll have an alternate ending that we'll look at in the next portion of this lesson, but that will lead us on to part B. So at the moment, just get used to repeating these 4 measures with the pickup notes to kick us off. So we have 3, 4, 1. Big change. Hold that. So limit your hand movement where you can. We've got this big stretch there, but once we're there, we stay put. Get back to this position, stay put. So minimal hand movement when you can, otherwise that big stretch in the middle. That is a challenge though, so that's worth working on. Good exercise just to do this. Even coming from the chord previous to that. Just to get into that position, that's a really good exercise. Fingering is all there in the tablature for your left and your right hand. You can get this tablature at pickinglessons.com. We will continue on there in the member section and break down part B of this fun tune and part C as well. You've got the backing track and a play along track there in the member section. pickinglessons.com. See you there.